I don't know why I'm laughing, but here we go. Shall we do this thing? Good damn morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Let me turn that music down because holy moly, is that loud? That's a little better. Hey, how y'all doing today? Happy Friday, funky Friday on the Morning Night Live. And we're celebrating 2,000 subs today. Now, I'll talk about it at the beginning of the show. Well, when I go to the other part of the side of this thing. And obviously, everyone's probably heard the breaking news by now that Senator Dianne Feinstein has passed away. We'll talk about that, plus all the peripheral nonsense that's going around about that, because a lot of things are trending. People are saying a lot of things on the internets, in the tubes and stuff. And so we're gonna, we'll figure that out. And then also, it's a Q&A day. It's a viewer-driven show day. I was gonna do a call it, but I'd rather do a Q&A. I want to try this feature on YouTube. So if you're on Rumble, you can ask questions by putting 3 question marks behind a question so I can see it a little easier. Otherwise, the Q&A on the YouTube side is, I think you can just click I think on the live chat, you can click the arrow down and go to questions, and it'll show you what questions are there. And then there you go. In fact, there are already questions. So that's a good start. I'll come back to that. But anyway, that's what's the show's about. We're celebrating 2,000 viewers, or excuse me, 2,000 subscribers. Not necessarily viewers, but 2,000 subscribers. People who come here occasionally to watch a show or watch my videos or whatever. And I figured out how to make it easier to do clips. I found a new AI tool, so I'm going to start putting clips out on this channel, which I've been wanting to do for so long. But again, if you have favorite sections of the show that you like, try to go and try to watch your language granddaughter say, okay, hi Lily, hi honey. Anyway, if you have suggestions for favorite sections to do, I have an easy way to make those sections into small clips that I can put on the show and excite more people to join us on the Morning Night Live. So anyway, that's enough of this intro. Should we get to the regular intro and get the show started? I believe so. Plus, every donation today will have a funky music background because it is Funky Friday. Okay, Johnny, stop the music and play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America.
Okay.
It's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
What the hell's going on here? I'm having troubles. Having technical difficulties. Anyway, I don't know if any of that worked. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live, and I'm your host, Marty, also known as Dawg Knight on the internet. And welcome to the Dawg Knight Channel, where occasionally we have technical difficulties. Thanks a lot, Johnny. If you don't know who Johnny is, you'll find out. Anyway, I am here to celebrate my 2,000 subscribers today because I've been, doing this for so long, trudgingly grueling work. I don't know if that even made sense. And I finally up to 2,000 subscribers. And, some people would go, 2,000 subscribers. That's nothing, but it's, really a very small percentage of YouTubers ever get to 2,000. So I'm going to celebrate every little milestone, and in particular because you guys have helped me get there, and I really appreciate you guys. In fact, I have a statement. It's in the description, but I'm going to read it here too because I think it's important. I had a long debate with myself. If I was even going to do this after all these years on YouTube and now Rumble and Odyssey, why would I celebrate having only 2,000 subscribers? Well, then I thought to myself, why wouldn't I do it? Despite numbers that some might see as nominal, only a very small percentage of content creators ever get to 2,000 subscribers. Plus, I have this incredible group of loyal supporters who come on to my show and day after day and watch what I have to say and participate in the chat and send me stories on other platforms and interact with each other. How could I not be proud of every single milestone that you, the audience, diligently helped me to build? Whether it's 2,000 or 2 million, I'm deeply grateful to all of you who have been hanging around and sharing a laugh or two with me. So today we celebrate 2,000 subscribers on the Dawg Knight Channel. It's your show. Let's have some fun. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. And when I say it's your show, I mean it's your show. We're doing the Q&A sections out there. You can drop questions in the Q&A section. If you have suggested stories, like Gunfox has already sent me one. I appreciate. In fact, Gunfox, I'm going to give you this right now because you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. And you might be it again, but you were, but I'm going to go to Deos, who sent me a story, breaking news, which I'm sure you've all heard. Also, Deos dropped a, I don't even know who's on a 20. I don't even know if I have, here, let me see if I have a $20 bill. Let's just check this out. Who's on the $20 bill? That would be, I do. That would be Thomas Jefferson. So, Gunfox sent me a couple Hamiltons. Deos with the Jefferson. How about you? Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. And you are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you to Deos, who says, this may be my last dollar from the government, but here, have some taxpayer money back in celebration. Well, I'm ecstatic that you did that. Thank you very much. And that would be, she just gave me 2,000 pennies in honor of my 2,000 subscribers. So if you want to drop 2,000 pennies in the tip jar, that'd be great. And then Gunfox61 dropping another Hamilton in the tip jar. And you are again, the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. There's a tie. Also, more breaking news, and I'll get to that. Let me see what that is. I don't even know what it is. Let's see what this is. Oh. Well, this is the Independent. Okay. Why isn't that? I hate how Newsbreak does not scroll. But we'll get that in right after. We'll get that in with I'm going to do the breaking news first, and then we'll come back to that one. But interesting. I'm interested to see how this works, of what this article says. So thank you, Gunfox61, dropping a couple stories with the donations. I appreciate it. But before we get into the news of the day, before we get into the stories, let's say hello, because that's what I do here. I say hello. I say good morning to people watching. And, someday it's going to be hard for me to do this because there'll be so many people watching that I won't be able to keep up with everybody. But I can still do it now, and I will continue to do it at least, 10, 15 minutes into the show. And then it'll just happen as it happens. But just let it happen. First in the chat over on Rumble, Mr. Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell. Well done, sir. And that would be Avocados Diablo's theme music, this one. Also, good morning to Mr. Mike Savage. Blarg. And it says 2 people. It says there's 6 viewers watching on Rumble right now, so that's a good start. Very good. Also on YouTube. Now on YouTube, oh wait, it jumped. I hate when it does that. Well, I know who was first in the chat on YouTube, and that would have been Mr. Jesse Leon, who gets the bell. Thank you very much for joining us on the YouTube side of things. And I can't see, was Gunfox the second person here? Maybe. It could be. I don't know. No, Kara Soldier was. Hello, Kara Soldier, by the way. And also, let's continue this here. We've got, so Jesse Leon, Gunfox61, Kara Soldier, Avocados Diablo. By the way, Gunfox61 is so kind to administer the Dawg Knight Channel Discord server, and I'm gonna start using that a little more for some things. I do post the replays of the show on there almost daily. Sometimes I don't. I mess up and don't get it, but for the most part, if you want to find the replays of the show, you can find them on YouTube, Rumble, or easiest way is to go to the Discord server, because that's where I post all of them, and the links to all the corresponding articles are there. Easy to find, easy peasy. So there you go. Let's see. Also in the house, Mr. JB. Thank you very much for being here. Good morning also to Advocates Diabli. Unacceptable Views, what's up? Good morning. Good morning to Somnambule Nation. Thank you for tweeting out the show. Remember, everybody, share the show. Share right now. Come on, do that thing. Share the show. Or just retweet my tweet. If you follow me on X, the Twitter, whatever post thing, formerly known as Twitter thing. Good morning also to, what haven't I said yet? Simon Wolfwood's in the house. Nice to see you. Well, y'all been chatty. Neil Masaki, welcome. I appreciate you. Yes, and you fully approve of this 70s porn music. Yes, it's Funky Friday. It's not porn music. It's the funk. Now, some of the funk. In fact, listen. Here you go. I'll do turn it back on while I'm saying hi to everybody. Good morning also to, I think Mr. Lord Stanhope's in the house. I said it once, said it twice. I'll say it thrice. Good morning also to Paulissa, my lovely daughter. I have to watch my language because my beautiful granddaughter Leedy's in the house. Good morning. Good morning also to Bishop. Hi, Coralie. How are you, honey? It's funny because Paulissa, my daughter, sent me a video not too long of Coralie watching my show on the phone saying, Buppa, because she calls me Buppa, so that's so cute and I love it. Also, good morning to Bishop, I think I just said. Good morning, Kay, how you doing? Also, Rick Ashbringer's in the house. Scribe Light, Dog Frapple. Thank you, and thank you for the congratulations. Good morning, Nomad. Stop. Hammer time. And Tarai Deos, thank you again for the generous donation. Rotten Corpse in the house, and Jess Phillips, my excellent son-in-law. They're both watching. That's great. And let's see, somebody else is in here. Who else is in here? Well, that's everybody that I can see so far. So if I haven't said your name, just put another little quip in the chat, and I'll make sure I try to say hi. And if you're on, don't forget to follow me on Rumble too, just to be safe. So I'm glad that you are all here. Having fun with this question. Well, I'm going to have to go over there in a second. Renee Mayette's in the house, too. What's up? My main 800 follower account on Twitter X got suspended for being against Ukrainian Nazis, so I'll repost the show on my alt account. Oh, no. You can't be against the Ukrainian Nazis? That's terrible. All right, got a couple more donations. Thank you, JB, with a Canadian $5, which I think is worth, what is it, $2.78? I can't remember. I'm just kidding. Anyway, thank you, JB, who says Streamlabs doesn't recognize my made-up country, LOL. I've tried calling before and nothing shows up on their end. Well, I'm sorry about that, but I appreciate the donation. Also, Gunfox61 with another Hamilton in the tip jar. You are definitely the leader today. With more breaking news. What is this? Let's see what that comes up to be. We'll put it behind the AOC one. I knew this was going to happen. I'm so glad you sent me that. I am so glad you sent me that. I can't wait to get to that story. So anyway, let's get into some news. And then like I said, today is a viewer-driven day. If it's news other than what's trending, it's coming from you. You want to send me articles or whatever, do that. Thank you, everyone who's contributed to the show. Also on Rumble, a Rumble rant from Jay Blizza. Welcome to the show. You know what? Thanks for popping in, dropping a 5 spot. Who says these also work too? Yes, they absolutely do. So ideally, I like it if you're going to donate and you don't mind doing it on Streamlabs. That's great. They take less of your money that you intend to come to the proprietor of this channel, but you know what? I am not picky. If you want to drop a dime over on YouTube, if you want to do it on Rumble Rants, I'm good. They're all work for me. And, I appreciate your generosity. And that truly is generosity, I got to tell you. Looking at the top of the banned books list, it's Scribe Light's fault. What did Scribe do? I'm going to see what this is. I'm going to open that one too. Wait, can I open it? Where can I open it? I want to see what Scribe did. Oh, wait, no, I don't want it over there. I want it over here. Oh, it's one of Scribe's TED Excellence. I'll put it in the links today, though. I'll tell you that. Scribe does some great stuff over at his channel. I love watching your stuff, Scribe. I usually don't catch you live. Why is this not working? Oh, that's abandoned schools. Oh gosh, I'm sure that's going to be interesting. All right, so should we get into it? The biggest breaking news right now, obviously, is the passing of Senator Dianne Feinstein. To which Gunfox says, "Oh, I forgot on the first one. Wait, here, let's put some music on." So the first one that Gunfox sent me, okay, so he said the Wicked Witch is dead. Oh, Scribe, that is not nice. That is not nice. Oh, okay. Is she the longest? Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. So, Dianne Feinstein, the nation's longest-serving female U.S. senator in history, has passed away at age 90. And it's funny because they didn't use a current picture. She was looking pretty rugged in their last days. So I'm glad they used at least a picture that makes her look professional. Dianne Feinstein, who's 3 decades in the Senate, made her the longest-serving female U.S. senator in history, has died following months of declining health. She was 90 years old. Feinstein, a Democrat. Well, they got the party right this time. Very good, CNN. Good morning, Shrapnel, by the way. She died Thursday night at her home in Washington. Her office said in a statement, wait a minute, her home, it would be her Washington home. She's a senator from California. I think her home would be in California. But, ding dong. Oh, damn. That is so cold. Ding dong. Which is dead. Anyway, her death hands California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom the power to appoint a lawmaker to serve out the rest of Feinstein's term, keeping the Democratic majority in the chamber through early January 2025. Newsom has publicly pledged to appoint a black woman if Feinstein were to vacate her office. Gee, I love it. Affirmative action. By the way, okay, let me just do an aside here. Well, let me finish this. If Feinstein were to vacate her office and told NBC's Meet the Press earlier this month that he would make an interim appointment who wouldn't be any of the candidates who are seeking the seat in next year's election. Oh, that's going to cause some problems. I'll tell you why later. So anyway, there's a whole lot of other news of it, so I'm not going to read this whole CNN article, but that is, she's been really she's been in really bad health for a while. And a lot of people were just wanted her to step down before the last election. And she didn't, and she won. And I don't know, but I think her term the last time, like 4 years ago, I think she was up for election. And she won again, and people were mad. And they were demanding that she step down so they could replace her with someone else. And so Gavin Newsom has pledged to replace her with a black woman, which, does that represent California? Like just automatically saying, oh, well, it's going to be a black woman. No, nobody else. I don't know. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I have to tell you what today is. You have those special days that there's these really weird, I don't know if you call them holidays, but they have everything has a day. By the way, good morning, Boom Her, Tax AG, Below Evan, and Johnny Hellcat, the original viewer of the Morning Night Live is in the house. That'd be Mr. Johnny Hellcat. So anyway, before I move on more about Dianne Feinstein, I have to tell you what day it is. Do you know what day it is? Does anyone know what day it is? It's wait, why is there karaoke? Here, I want a picture. Oh, God, I'm glad I didn't put this on the screen. Holy shit. Put your clothes on, woman. Let me find a something that represents what the day is. Nobody has anything about what it is. Give me a second. I'm scrolling here. I'm seeing dogs. I'm seeing boobs. I'm seeing people. Wait, I finally found something that represents the day that I can actually put on the screen. Good God, these people, there's a lot of people. So on Twitter, X, whatever. Oh, good morning, Chicago Mike. Dude, did I say hi to you yet? I don't know if I did. A lot of people put the trending topics all of them in what they put on Twitter, hoping that people would, find them through the trending topics, and it messes up my life. It is National Coffee Day. It's National Coffee Day. I am so happy. I've got my cup of reparations coffee right here from Begitas Cafe in St. Cloud, Minnesota. One of my favorite little breakfast spots in St. Cloud. I'm dumbfounded. It is National Coffee Day. There you go. P-Dog denies me nudity. Yes, I am denying you nudity because it'll get my channel yeeted again. And I don't want my channel yeeted again. Thank God I scrolled before I did that. Why is she showing her boobs on National Coffee Day? I don't understand. Those are not coffee beans. I'm telling you. And then another. Good Lord. Oh, here's a good one. Now this. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the things that are on here for National Coffee Day. All right. There's here's the. See, now this one is not as bad. Snow White. Basically deep-throating some coffee. Probably could have used better terminology. All right, let's see if I can find another good one for National Coffee Day. Now, see, for example, let me give you an example of this. Let me give you an example why this is not. Why is this right here? Why is that showing up for National Coffee Day? Why? Why? I don't understand. Let's see. Let me find another one. Now this one's not as bad. This one makes a little bit of sense. At least it's drinking coffee. Got a Halloween theme. We're almost in October. I can understand this. And said something death before decaf. Got it. Even though it's not showing the whole sock. I'm not showing the whole sock because they never know what's in the sock. Ew. Anyway. Okay. But again. Okay. And this would make sense because it's a meme. It's a meme. The before and after shot. Wait. There. Jesus, there's another one. There's a woman fishing on a boat in a bikini. I don't get it. This one, before and after coffee. This makes sense. Before coffee, after coffee. Yes, I can understand that. But the people who just post random shit on National Coffee Day, it really upsets me. I don't know why. Good morning, Selected Boy.
Yeah, boy.
And good morning, Jethro Hetero, Gen T, Maxie, Cryptics in the house over on Rumble. Nice to see everyone here. If you're on Rumble and you haven't said hi yet, just sound off, sound off, Rumble. Anyway, but this is one of these people. Fishing life, fishing trip, fishing daily. National Coffee Day, Friday morning. Why is this video up here for National Coffee Day? I don't understand. Some chick in a bikini fishing. What does that have to do with National Coffee Day? I don't understand. It's just weird. People do some weird stuff. All right. God, I'm so glad I didn't scroll. And then someone's feet. Just a picture of someone's feet for National Coffee. I'm not going to show it to you. And I don't care if you're a foot person. I don't understand it. Okay, enough about National Coffee Day. Should we get back to Dianne Feinstein? That's probably more important. You know what? Let's do this. Every so often, I'm going to go ahead and go into the Q&A. Otherwise, I'll get too far behind. So let's go into the Q&A, and then I'll get back to Dianne Feinstein. Oh my gosh, you guys have been busy. So let's start out, Avocados Doubly, with the first question of the day. Will you answer this question? Oh, no, how do I do this? I'll remove them as I go? No, I don't want to remove. I don't care. First question of the day. Will you answer the question? Yes. Next question. Avocados Diabli. Am I wearing pants? Well, I am not clairvoyant, nor am I all-knowing and all-seeing, nor if you were not wearing pants, would I want to see it anyway. So I don't know, don't care. If you're wearing pants, good for you. If you're not, I hope you're not doing anything really weird. Okay, Gunfox61 says, how much do you want me to try to make your head explode from the blood pressure? Hey, it is a viewer-driven show. If you want to drop articles in the chat or in the more likely in the donation box, because then I'll see them for sure, because I may not see them before in the chat, but if you drop a deuce to the chip jar and throw an article in with it, I'll see it. Gunfox got my attention 3 times already this morning. Yeah, so there you go. JB, what this do? Well, if you put a question in the question and answer box, it'll show up on a separate tab where I can find all the questions easily rather than trying to look for question marks. But if you're only on Rumble, put like 4 or 5 question marks with your questions so it becomes conspicuous. And in fact, Avocados Diablo has a question on Rumble who says, is Rumble even working for anyone? Is it not working? Is Rumble running? Oh no. Is it not running? It showed up. Yeah, it's there. No, it didn't. It screwed up. What the hell? I put the stream key in. Or maybe I didn't. I wonder if I didn't. Let me see something here. Did I put the stream key in Rumble? Let's see if I can do that. I don't know if you can change it once you're started. Let's see. Stream key Rumble. Let's see if this let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see if we can make that happen. Okay, there we go. Rumble. Copy. Paste. I don't know if you can midstream. I'm pretty sure you can, but we'll try. What the fuck? Oops. Sorry, Lily. I know you probably heard that. Grandpa doesn't always swear like that. You cannot change the settings when you're live. Okay, I cannot do it. So, well, Rumble's dead. Okay. Let me put the link to YouTube over on Rumble because, it is not 2,000 subscribers on Rumble. It's 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. So go here. Oops. Here, let's put that. Unfortunately, you have to go to YouTube today. And I'll close the window there. But now maybe I can open 2 chat windows. That would be good. Then I can have a separate question chat. Let me try that. I'm going to see if that works. I can have a question chat and I can have just a chat or a chit chat or a chitty bang bang or something like that. I'm figuring this all out on the fly. So here we go. I can pop out a second chat. Oh my gosh, I can. That's awesome. All right. So I have a question chat. I have a chat, also known as a chit chat, and he shoots, he scores. All righty then. Okay, here we go. More questions on YouTube. And again, Avocados Diablo is being prolific here. What is your opinion of anti-disestablishmentarianism? Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Well, from the philosophical side of the aisle, I don't know. I can never remember what that means anyway. It's just one of those long words that you made me say because it's funny to try to make me say words that I don't want to say. Did you know Rumble is not working? Well, I do know now. JB, not sure if answered, but what made you start a YouTube channel? Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. I just saw people making videos back in the day. And I've always been somewhat theatrical or creative, somewhat, and I have strong opinions about certain things. And I just thought it would be interesting to start with. It was kind of on a lark that I decided to do that. And I've never regretted doing it. It's been fun. I wasn't trying to become famous or anything. I just thought if I had some opinions and I could make some interesting points about certain things in the world, and hopefully I do every once in a while. And if I don't, that's okay too. I have I have a great loyal following who comes here to this show. I have, I have fun making videos on Marty's Big Journey, and it's just fun to do, and I'm going to keep doing it. So thank you for asking. Avocados Diablo, do you know the way to San Jose? I actually do. In fact, I could get to San Jose. I could drive from the Twin Cities to San Jose without a map. That's how well I know how to know the way to get to San Jose. Let's see. I am gonna ask or do all these questions. I'm gonna do all these questions, and I'll get back into the news eventually. But Cryptid asks, "Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? I really don't know, because I've never seen you a lot. I've never seen even a picture of you. I just see your little avatar. But it's a pretty avatar. So maybe, sure, why not? And I don't know. You may already be rich for all I know. I have no idea. Welcome to Cryptic over on YouTube, by the way. And Kevin S. is in the house. Nice to see you. Okay. Next, what is the craziest thing you've ever found in your belly button? God, I honestly, I don't recall ever finding anything in my belly button. Maybe a piece of lint once, but I don't know. Do you think Feinstein will lie in state in the Capitol, and will anyone be able to tell the difference from what she's been doing for the last month? Oh, God. I can almost guarantee that they will have Dianne Feinstein lying in state, although probably not an open casket, though, because she was already in Crypt Keeper land. And let's see, Simon Wolfwood asks, what is Senator Murkowski from Alaska going to do now that her master is dead? Oh, snap. Murkowski has been Feinstein's pet Republican for years. I don't know. Isn't she up for re-election? There's oh no, she got she beat out Sarah Palin. Wasn't that Sarah Palin who ran for the Senate? So she's going to be there at least another 5 years. I don't know. Oh, Selected Boy, put the questions in the question box, but do you prefer waffles or pancakes? I like them both, although, a really nice Belgian waffle with some kind of fruit compote or, what was it? Oh, I think it was, it might be Perkins. They had a special this summer. It was a Belgian waffle that had basically caramel roll topping on it. So it was pecans and that gooey brown sugar stuff that you get in a caramel roll, topped with that and a bunch of whipped cream. That was delicious. If it's a choice between like strawberry pancakes or blueberry pancakes and that, I'm going for the waffles. Let's see. Kay, when is the next Trail Stop stream? Man, I don't know. But whether we do a Trail Stop stream or not, Kay, we should hang out. As soon as I go back to work, and I have a regular schedule, we might be going to Trail Stop a little more. Plus, our traveling plans are nixed right now because of just so many thousands of dollars going out of our pockets lately for things that we weren't expecting. So we might be hanging out there. So I'll let you know the next time we go there. I want to meet your son too, which I'll probably meet when I go back to work. Lord Stanhope, if I walked into a liquor store with only $30, what should I buy? Wow, I don't buy a lot of liquor. I mean, for $30, what can you get for $30 that's decent? I know, buy a bottle of Jägermeister. There you go. French toast is the best. Well, French toast is okay. French toast, I'm looking over the other chat too. French toast is good, right? But it's just not the same as a good Belgian waffle. A really good big Belgian waffle, I mean, if you make it right. And then also, or if you make French toast with something else, like there's one restaurant that makes French toast out of day old cinnamon rolls. Like they have these giant cinnamon rolls, and they'll smash it and make French toast out of it. That's really good too. Neo Masaki, welcome to the show, by the way. Are you ready for the insanity that is Tipsy Sin and Very Drunken Uncle tonight? Yeah. But good. Thank you for the reminder. I am again appearing on the AAA meeting on Silent Sin channel, The Silent Sin, if you're not familiar. In fact, I wonder if he's got a link up yet. We'll find out. But yeah, I'm going to be on another guest hosting spot on that show tonight. And that is just fun. That's really fun. Drunken Uncle has such a quick wit, and Sinatra just, is a smart guy, and he's fun to talk to, and it's just a fun show to be on. I'm very pleased that they allowed me to join them for a week, and I watched an episode with Scribe last week, and that was funny too. I mean, and they find some really crazy news stories, so it's kind of fun. So I'm looking forward to that on the Silent Sin channel. I'll put a link in the description today, or I'll put a link to his channel if you're not familiar with Sinatra, and that's where the silent sin. Let's see. In fact, let's find that. The silent sin. Let's see. There it is. He does not have today's live stream set up yet, but I will put a link to his streams in. Well, here's one in the chat, and you can subscribe to him and find us this afternoon. That's at 5:30 Eastern time, roughly, more or less. Kind of like sometimes this show is roughly at 10 a.m. Eastern, although today I was an hour late. But if he'll post that at 5:30 tonight. I'll be on the Silent Sin. I'll also put it on my Locals channel for a reminder. All right, now I'm gonna stop for a second here. Oh, I skipped Kay's question. How many lows would Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob Lowe's? Kay, I believe that would be all of them. He would rob all of the Lowe's. He'd rob all the Lowe's. That's a funny question. Fake news expert. She will be a good representative of the state of death. Well, she has been for a year now. So yeah, there you go. He's talking about Dianne Feinstein. That's so mean. You are so mean. Leave Brittany alone. AD, what is the best way to cook an egg, and why is it sunny side up? Sorry, I'm an over easy guy, or I'm an over medium guy. I don't like too much yolk dripping around. If it drips a little bit, that's great, but I prefer just to be just before the entire thing goes to egg salad consistency. I'm an over medium guy, and I'm sticking to that answer. How do you like your steak? Medium rare. I don't want it completely cold, but I do like it when it's absolutely moving inside. In fact, what I really like is I like Philly style, where you put it on a really hot iron, and you almost create a crust on one side with the seasoning on each side, but the middle is really almost to the rare. I mean, it's Philly rare is like they'd be rare in the middle, but I don't necessarily like completely rare. I like just a little bit of heat in there. So there you go. Let's see. Abkhaz what doth life? I have no idea what that question means. Sorry. Selector Boy, which legendary boxer would you want to see fight again, whether dead or alive? Wow, that's a good question. I like boxing. Eggs best eaten raw. No. That is no. I may never get back to the news today. There's a lot of questions. I'm going to stop questions and come and go back to the news in a minute. Look, my favorite fighter was Mike Tyson in his first couple years, well, like a year before he became champion and the 2 years after, when he was just destroying everybody. That was just, I mean, it was fun to watch. And he was just a nasty, mean dude. I'd love to see Willie Pep. I don't know if you're familiar. He was like in the 30s and 40s. I've seen some of his fights, and he was like way ahead of his time in some of the skills that he brought to the game. Marciano's fun to watch. Joe Louis is fun to watch. Who's the Tommy Hearns? I loved watching Tommy Hearns fight because he would get that one punch and it would just be lights out for people. Who's the guy from there's a bunch of fighters. There's a whole bunch of them that I liked. Good morning, Trippy Liberty, by the way. Patio Furniture's in the house. JMK's in the house. Nice to see you all jump in. Welcome to the show. All right, I'm going to stop there. And so if you want to ask questions in the Q&A sections up at the top, you can add questions. I'll come back to that. Let's get back into a little more news, though, because I wanted to go back to about Dianne Feinstein. So the passing, could I drop my channel link? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I'll have to repost it so that it shows up. But if you want to, feel free. I'll do that. All right. Some interesting things as people are talking about the passing of Dianne Feinstein, and part of it is what's trending on X. So a couple things trending. Obviously, Dianne Feinstein is trending on X. And this is... So this is, there's some clips of Dianne Feinstein, her legendary ability to make children feel good about life. Here's a clip.
Ask you to vote yes on the Green New Deal.
Please.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We have our own Green New Deal.
Some scientists have said that we have 12 years to turn this around.
Well, it's not
The
going to get
government's
turned
supposed-
around in 10 years.
the
What we
government's
can
supposed
do
Senator, if
is
this
put
doesn't get turned around
ourselves-
in 10 years, you're looking at the faces of the people who are going to be living
Oh
with
my
these
God.
consequences.
The government
And-
is supposed to be for the people and by the people and all
You know
for the
what's
people.
interesting about this group is I've been doing this for 30 years. I know what I'm doing. You come in here and you say it has to be my way or the highway. I don't respond to that. I've gotten elected.
In
I
other
just
words-
ran. I was elected by almost 1 million vote plurality.
In other words,
And I know what
fuck
I'm
these
doing.
kids.
So, maybe people should listen a little bit.
I hear what you're saying, but
Oh my
we're
gosh.
the people who voted you. You're supposed
Okay, yeah, obviously these kids were coached. And, but basically she's like, fuck these kids. Here, let's watch
to
the rest
listen
of this.
to us. That's your
How old are
your
you?
job. How old
I'm
are you?
16.
I
Well,
can't
you didn't vote for me.
Well,
I'm 24.
It doesn't matter. We're the ones to be impacted.
Something.
It doesn't matter. We're
This
gonna
is
be
how
the ones who are
brainwashed kids are,
impacted.
too. This
I
is scary.
understand that. I have 7 grandchildren. I understand it very well.
Senator, the cost of
And-
not taking this action is far higher than the cost of what the Green New Deal will be. And there is
Oh,
enormous
good
popularity
Lord.
for this bill around
Okay.
the whole country.
Here's
And we're
what
asking you to
we
be
are
brave
proposing.
and do this for us and for your grandchildren.
Now, they're talking to a United States senator who gave them the opportunity to come talk to them. And she's talking to her like she's talking to her, like, one of her students. You're going to do this and you should do that and we're going to tell you what to do.
Enough for everyone. I'm trying to do the best.
All right. So anyway, enough of that. Let's scroll down. Razor Fist, Dianne Feinstein, architect of the assault weapons ban, has finally joined the 1,000 victims she helped create at Jonestown. What does that mean? Let me see what this says. This is a horrific scene in Guyanese's jungle clearing could have been avoided 1,000 miles north for years leading up to Jonestown. San Francisco officials and journalists had looked the other way while Jones acted as law unto himself. So what if he abused children, sodomized followers, tortured and held temple meetings at members at gunpoint, and defrauded the government and people of welfare and social security checks? He believes in socialism, and so do we. That's what the ends justified the means attitude that enabled Jim Jones to commit criminal acts in San Francisco with impunity. The people who should have stopped him instead encouraged him. Now, this was back, I think it was back when she was the mayor of San Francisco. San Francisco heavy hitters, Dianne Feinstein, George Moscone, Harvey Milk, and Willie Brown all supported Jones, with Milk lobbying on his behalf, even after he and his followers had fled the jungles of Guyana. So anyway, yeah, she... basically... if you're familiar with the Jim Jones, that's where the drinking the Kool-Aid thing comes from. Is from in Guyana when they committed, and all these people commit suicide, and 3-Year Letterman. Now, if you're not familiar with 3-Year Letterman, 3-Year Letterman is kind of a parody account of a former 3-sport letter high school star who's now coaches youth football, and he gets everything wrong. So here's what he says. Breaking. Republican Congresswoman Dianne Feinstein, the first woman in any country in the world to be elected as a representative, has died. By law, a Republican must be appointed to replace her, so we'll see who that is. Rest in peace, Madam Speaker. We miss you. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So anyway, a couple other things trending because of this, because of her death. One of them is rest in peace. Now, that's appropriate. People, being respectfully honoring the passing of a longtime U.S. Senator. Rest in peace. Ed Oh, well, here's our daily Krasenstein. Here, wait, I need to figure out how. I wish you could mark which ones you've read. I'm going to suggest that to YouTube. Oh, I have some YouTube news too today. Don't let me forget to tell you the YouTube news. So anyway, Ed Krasenstein, who loves any Democrat that exists, breaking Dianne Feinstein, passed away at age 90. Rest in peace, Senator. Elected to the Senate in 1992, she built a significant record of legislative achievements across a wide range of issues. She will be remembered as someone who wrote many bills, including a major cybersecurity bill. What are your best memories of Dianne Feinstein? And now I'm afraid of the replies to this. The replies to this gotta be special. Oh, rest in piss. I see you, Renee Mayette. Oh, nastiness. Nastiness. Good Lord. Let's see some of the answers. Or what are your best memories of Dianne or Senator Feinstein? This is going to be, this will be entertaining because usually the first multiple people who reply to Ed or Krasenstein or even Brian Krasenstein are people who don't like Ed and Brian Krasenstein. So let's just do a couple. Let's just do a couple. Let's see. Best memory. Sadly, this is the California Dianne Feinstein left behind. Oh, that's nasty. That is nasty. Is that even California? I don't think it is. Every state has portions like it's California. That's San Francisco. Ed is always devil's advocate when it comes to accusations against Democrats. But if it's a Republican, it's like, well, this must be right. And what do you think about this? Oh, this is absolutely terrible. Blah, 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 blah. Many people here are so mean towards her this past year. Shame on them. Well, I'm sure Ed has been just a jewel. She'll be remembered as a very successful insider trader of stock options. Well, that represents a lot of people in Congress, I would guess. Travis, tragic to hear the news of Dianne Feinstein. May she rest in peace. Can we all agree no one should serve in Congress until they pass away? He's on the right, and you know what? Look, you can pass away from a lot of things. You can pass away your first 10 minutes in Congress from something. So should people serve in Congress until they pass away? Well, kind of. They were elected. And what if you got hit by a bus the day after you got inaugurated? Well, you served in Congress till you passed away. Now, I'm sure he meant should they, serve in Congress 30 years into their 90s when they're on their, they they're completely incapacitated and all their staffers are making all the decisions. Well, that's a bit different question. Maybe not. Their constituents voted for them. If let's say Dianne Feinstein was up for election this year and the people of California decided to vote for her, that's their prerogative. I think it's dumb. I think it's a stupid idea. I don't think you should vote for someone who's, incapacitated. But you know what? What's the dude in Pennsylvania's name? Lurch? What's the guy? Anyway. So, yeah, it is what it is. Rest in peace, Dianne Feinstein. You literally gave it your all. This woman literally died in her Senate seat. Rest in peace, but term limits now. I disagree. I understand why people would want term limits because some of these people last forever. But again, especially the people on the left who are talking about, well, you should have an age limit. She's too old. He's too old. Blah, 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 blah. Really? What was that thing you always talk about? Democracy, right? What are her Chinese spy drivers going to do for work now? That's a good question. That's a great question, Renee. That is a good question. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, JMK, did you drop a link anywhere? I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. JMK, if you want to drop that link again, I'll put it in the links today. So drop a link again in the chat, and I will look for it. Okay. Other things trending though. Term limits now, or term limits is trending because now everyone's like, oh, we need term limits. U.S. Senate 1 appointed term and 2 elected terms. U.S. House 7 elected terms, which would be 14 years. U.S. Supreme Court 1 16-year term. Now that's the one they really want right now. They want the Supreme Court term limits because they're trying to get rid of Thomas, Alito, anyone who's been there a while. Well, Alito hasn't been there that long, but they want to get rid of Clarence Thomas. And that's why a lot of people are saying, oh, now we need term limits because someone we don't like is in there. That's the only time and that's it. That's the other problem. The only time people start bitching about term limits is for someone they don't like. Fetterman, yeah, that. What's Fetterman? Good God. Did I see, is Tyra here? Is Tyra? I didn't see Tyra Alexander. Tyra, are you here somewhere? Just put a dot in the chat if you're here. All right. So lots of people talking about term limits. Corrupt politicians getting reelected. Senator Menendez has been in office fully for over 30 years. We need term limits now. Resolute Germ, what's up? Nice to see you. So lots of people talking about here's when she was full on crypt keeper at the end of her term. Dianne Feinstein has died at age 90. Governor Gavin Newsom is to appoint a temporary successor. We need term limits and not senators dying in office. Join the grassroots activists around the country who are proposing an Article 5 convention that would allow the states to discuss term limits. Again, I'm okay. I'm torn. I am torn on the idea of term limits. I'm just being honest. All right. The other thing trending because of Dianne Feinstein's death is Barbara Lee. Now, Barbara Lee is a congresswoman from California who many people would like Gavin Newsom to appoint. But not so fast. Governor Gavin Newsom has previously said that he would appoint a black woman to fill Dianne Feinstein's seat in the interim. But Newsom later said he would not appoint anyone currently running for the seat, which includes Representative Barbara Lee. So Barbara Lee will not be appointed to the United States Senate in theory. Now, there could be some political pressure on him from Democrats and, all the people who want DEI and all that stuff. Bo Snerdley, Rush Limbaugh's former sidekick, Gavin the Great, or Gasm, the Great, has already said he isn't going to replace Feinstein with Barbara Lee. It will be some other black woman in the interim until the next election. The politics begin shortly. This is like Biden pledging to have a black woman in the, in the Supreme Court. Interesting enough, though, his pledge to appoint a black woman, she would not be the first black woman in the United States Senate. Now, that's a trivia question for you in the chat. Who is the first black woman to be a United States Senator in the United States Senate? And it is not Kamala Harris, even though some people, and that's not because she's not black, which even though she's not, but some people seem to think she's black, but it's not her. Who could tell me? I know the answer. Richo's in the house. How you doing, Richo? Welcome back, my friend from down under. You banning Aussies again, mate? No, LOL. Every time I come here, I have to sub, then it gets taken down. That's messed up. I didn't know that. Why you didn't tell me? Oh, man, that sucks. Well, make sure you just keep trying, my brother. I haven't seen you for a while. I don't ban anybody. You know what? I don't know that I've ever banned anybody for my channel. Except for bots, like those sex bots that put, stuff in the chat. I have banned some of those people. So anyway, so that's why Barbara Lee is trending again because of Dianne Feinstein. Welcome Jimmy Das Hotep to the show. Let's see. Let's move on. And Mitch McConnell's also trending because of Dianne Feinstein, but that's because we're wondering how long that he's going to be here. Now, and both on the right and the left, there's people on the, the extreme MAGA Republicans. And the people who are true to the blue, hello, Chris Cole, are also asking about Mitch McConnell. So it's Tiff Mood Nuke. She's a firebrand, man. Now that Dianne Feinstein has voted for Biden in 2024, it's time for these lifetime career go fuck you Soros politicians to get the fuck out. Maxine Waters, corrupt prehistoric black sleestack, who's been around since the invention of powdered wigs. Mitch McConnell, corrupt troglodyte snot rocket who helped Jesus to the cross. Pelosi, corrupt distended prune poon cunt puddle of vodka who rode on the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. More like their sailors rode her. And Chuck Schumer, corrupt pile of embalmed shit on the world's first ever child molester Chuck Grassley, also known as Astley, corrupt geriatric buttsore who's been around since the invention of paper, and AOC, well, she's not old, but corrupted. Hasn't been that long. She's just uselessly stupid as fuck. Term limits now, baby. Did I mention that Tiff is a firebrand? And also she says, get the fuck out, Adam Schiff, corrupt as fuck douchehead who Satan finger bangs for inspiration before he doing evil deeds. Term limits! Exclamation point. That deserves its own link in the chat, in the links today. I'm sorry, she's funny as hell. Oh my God. What did she say? She called Mitch, what did she call Mitch again? She called Mitch, Mitch McConnell. Come on, Mitch McConnell, corrupt troglodyte snot rocket who helped nail Jesus to the cross. Oh my God. That's harsh. That's harsh as hell. Good morning, James Colley. And also dropping a deuce in the tip jar. Thanks, James Colley, for sponsoring the show today. From YouTube Super Chat says, why does your nose run but your feet smell? Yes, I don't know. By the way, it's Q&A day. If you want to drop a question into the list, I am trying to keep track here diligently. I got to make sure that the scrolling right. Oh, okay, it hasn't scrolled yet. And I will be answering questions. It's a viewer-driven show today. You, the viewers, are driving the show. Thank you again, James Colley. Thank you. Tell him Steve and Dave. Steve Dave's in the house. Just subscribe. Congratulations for joining us on the Morning Night Live. By the way, again, a reminder, I will be on the AAA meeting at 5:30 Eastern on the Silent Sins channel tonight. So I'll put links into my Twitter feed and locals as soon as he has one up. But every day I put all the links for everything we show on the screen in a single link called a one-tab link. I put it in the chat at the end of the show, and I also put it in the description of both YouTube and Rumble, although Rumble didn't work today. So I'll have to put on the replay of Rumble whenever that pops up. But if you want to find all these places and things that are popping up in my links, there'll be a single link. One link. I click one place and they'll be in one long, one list. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at here? Where we at? Blackout 88979. Welcome to the show. Let's see. I'm here from Sinatra. How you doing? Did Glitch stroke out again? What's Glitch? I don't know what Glitch is, but yes, thank you. And I appreciate you joining me from Sinatra's channel. That's awesome. I appreciate you. Okay. I was doing, what was it? Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell's trending. A lot of people are just asking, when's Mitch McConnell going to die? Wait a minute. Okay. There's events every once in a while. There's a funny one. And now, I thought this was a inappropriate post on Twitter that I couldn't show on the screen, and then I realized the woman's fully clothed, and it's the caption that got me on this one right here. The Grim Reaper looking at Mitch McConnell today like, oh, come here, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, wait a minute. Let me try that again. The Grim Reaper looking at Mitch McConnell today. Oh, come here, baby. You're looking mighty good right now. Come and get some. Silly fucking me. Anyway, okay. That's why Mitch McConnell's trending, because, one old fuck senator died. Why not make it can we? Oh my God. I'm really gruesome today. I was going to say, can we get a hat trick today? God. Donald Trump Jr. breaking Mitch McConnell, John Thune, and John Cornyn are trying to save their swamp funding bill for Ukraine by adding fake border enforcement to trick conservatives into supporting it. Oh, yeah. I don't care about that today. And then the other thing, was there another thing? Oh, that was it. That's all my, I think that's all my why Dianne Feinstein's trending today. All right, let's, before I move back to the questions, I'm going to get one of these stories out of the way. This is from Gunfox61, who so graciously dropped several Hamiltons in the tip jar this morning, and you are greatly appreciated, sir. I got to tell you. So here, apparently, this is in the Independent. AOC undermines Biden impeachment with a simple question. Okay, this will be interesting because there is no impeachment right now. There's an impeachment inquiry, and they're examining all the shenanigans in the Biden family and how much of that money went to Joe Biden. In fact, some of it went to his address. They sent the checks to Joe Biden's house. But let's see what this question in The Independent, Hayden Vernon, probably a AOC fan, says undermines GOP's Biden impeachment. Okay? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez undermined the suitability of Republican witnesses. Why is it there's scrolling? The suitability of Republican witnesses at the House Oversight Committee's first hearing on the impeachment inquiry of U.S. President Joe Biden with one simple question. Quote, this is her question. Is your testimony today, are you presenting any firsthand witness account of crimes committed by the President of the United States? Ocasio-Cortez asked Jonathan Turley, a conservative legal scholar who the Republicans have called as a witness. No, I'm not, he replied. That undermines the entire premise? I'm not sure. I don't know how that does that, but let's see if we can find out why they think it does. Ocasio-Cortez asked the same question to two other Republican witnesses, Bruce Dubinsky and Eileen O'Connor, and received the same answer from both, immediately undermining their usefulness as witnesses in the case against Biden. Are you saying that people can't have legal opinions? It doesn't undermine anything. Okay, Gunfox. You're trying. It doesn't undermine. It doesn't undermine anything. Is that the only thing they're doing in this inquiry? I don't get it. What does that mean? Holy shit. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one, and then we'll go back to what we're doing. Gavin Newsom. Oh, and now this is something I predicted. So the other day, Gavin Newsom vetoed a bill in the California Assembly passed and sent to his desk regarding like trans kids and parents having to do this and that, whatever, and the other. Okay, we'll get into it in the article. And as I predicted, it's going to cause him problems because he passes pretty much he signed almost every bill that they send to him, all these Scott Weiner bills that they send to him in Assembly, all this crazy shit, right? But he did veto one single bill, right? Well, looks like that's coming back to at least bite him in the ass on the left-wing opinions circuit. Governor Gavin Newsom's selective allyship for LGBTQ people isn't enough. You have to be 100% whatever he said to do. Newsom's decision to sign some pro-LGBTQ bills but reject one. Wait a minute. No, he signed every pro-LGBTQ bill except one. But he says reject one providing guidance in custody battles is typical of allies who pick and choose when to support queer people. No. Oh my God, Gunfox. I feel the aneurysm coming on. I feel it. This is an opinion at MSNBC, which always is very problematic for my brain. I mean, I need a sip of coffee for this one. California Gavin Newsom on Saturday signed into law bills that include protections for queer children in foster care and require LGBTQ cultural competency training for staff working in public schools. Because it's a culture. But the day before, the Democrat vetoed one bill requiring judges making custody decisions to take into account a parent's willingness to affirm a child's gender identity. Newsom's decision to sign some pro-LGBTQ bills but reject one providing guidance in custody battles brings up an important question. Can meaningful allyship be piecemeal? There might be he made a veto because he thinks there's legal problems with the bill. There could be all kinds of reasons. You don't have to sign every goddamn bill. Okay, he says, but they say, no, it can't be. It can't be peaceful. It's all or nothing. They're going to put him in a struggle session. This is their version of a struggle session for Gavin Newsom. Quote, we've heard a lot about performative allyship. Carmen Morris was referring to racism in the workplace when she wrote for Forbes in 2019 that performative allyship maintains the status quo and renders illegitimate any attempts to change processes that support structural racism. Get out of here. Structural racism. You mean people that, never mind. I'm not going there. I'm a melanated person. By the way, okay, let me pause. Cause Gun Fox, Gun Fox. Let me come here. Blue Waffle, thank you so much for dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. Greatly appreciated. Says, good morning, P-Dog and chat. Random question to all. Have you ever heard of the criticism of women's pants and clothes in general that they don't have enough functional pockets? A relative was complaining about that recently. What are your thoughts? My thought is women carry handbags, purses, and other stuff that are accessories that if you don't put pockets in their pants, then they have to carry these accessories, and the company that sells pants, clothing, accessories, etc., can sell more pants, clothes, and accessories, etc. So, yeah, I don't know if you're female or not. It's probably true. My wife uses the what do you call it, the bra pocket thing sometimes for things, but she always carries a bag, and usually sometimes it's a small bag, sometimes it's a large bag, and that's where all her stuff is. And you know what? Women carry so much extra crap anyway, it wouldn't fit in the pockets even if they had pockets. So I'm just saying, que sera, whatever will be, will be. Is that a good answer? Anyone else? Someone else answered that question in the chat. The question again was, have you ever heard the criticism of women's pants and clothes in general that they do not have enough functional pockets? Except for when women's jeans have pockets. A relative was complaining about it recently. Yeah, I've heard the complaint, and I'm said, well, what's in your purse? Because everything you put in your purse, or everything I put in my pocket, you have in your little handbag there, Or you know what you could do? Okay, ladies, if your pants don't have enough pockets, get one of those fanny pack things. Those are cool, right? All right, back to this. Thank you very much again, Blue Waffle. Appreciate it. All right, back to this article, though. We've heard a lot about, okay, we've read that already. Okay, so just the thing about performative allyship. Similarly, for the LGBTQ people, selective allyship allows people to work within and support a system that is fundamentally designed to oppress, suppress, and kill us all. Okay, wait a minute. You went a little bit too far there.
Your life makes me sad.
Seriously, no. Okay, listen to that sentence again, because there's just a whole lot of functional problems with it. Selective allyship allows people to work within and support a system. Okay, a system that is fundamentally designed. Someone designed a system to oppress, suppress, and kill LGBTQ people. Really? Where has this system been implemented? Show me the system, because if that were true, either it is a incredibly inept system with several functional problems that doesn't work, or you would be dying left and right because of the system. But what is the system that's causing you to die? Because you said oppress, suppress, and kill us. Well, how are you oppressed? Every company, every June, full of rainbows, right? Oh, but that's the selective allyship. They have the rainbows only in June. You should have it. It should be Pride year every year. every day of the year should be Pride Day, right? We should cater to nothing but gay people and trans people and, lesbian and queer and, wolfkins and everybody. We should be catered to all of those people all the time, constantly. Otherwise, it's fundamentally designed to oppress, suppress, and kill you. That's stupid. But they continue. It continues. He continues. She continues. I don't know who wrote this crap. Real allyship would mean supporting calls from within the community for more aggressive overhauls, legislative and otherwise. No! Look, what they're trying to do. See, Gavin Newsom only vetoed this to say he could say, well, I'm not crazy. I did veto one LGBTQ bill that didn't make sense because parents have rights. He doesn't give a shit about parents' rights. There's already other bills he's signed that proves he doesn't. But the fundamental question in this whole thing is, who do kids belong to? Okay, because they're not legally adults that can go out on their own and do their own shit. Okay, kids growing up, people who have children, are they the parents? Are the parents the most important purview of their, existence, or is the state? Why would, if there were no government, who would be in charge of those children? Well, clearly the parents. That's just natural. And the idea that the state should have any fucking say whatsoever with what you do with your kids, I don't think laws that require kids to go to school should be constitutional. Now, I think every kid should learn. I think every kid should have, some form of education. But I don't even think that's right, because the state doesn't own your kids. They can't require you to. And why? It's not their business. It's like, hello, Eric Cole DiStefano, what's up? Nice to see you. So this is, but anyway, the California Assembly member Lori Wilson, the Democrat who proposed the bill, has an adult son who is trans. Okay, and what does this have to do with the bill she wrote? She said in a statement after the veto that she'd become disheartened over the last few years as she watched the rising hate and heard the vitriol toward the trans community. Maybe because a lot of them act like assholes. Do you think of that, Lori? I don't give a shit if your kid's trans. I wouldn't give a shit if your kid was around me and whatever. But the fact that you think that that you should be able to force what comes out of my mouth, you think you have the right to tell me what I can and cannot say? You think you have the right to tell me what I do with my kids, or how I teach my kids, or what I do with my kids? Because you have a trans son and you're just, please, let us praise you for having a trans son. The rising hate, no, because some of this stuff that's going on is not happening organically. It's happening because people like you, in trying to make it everyone else make you be accepted, and you may be accepted, you may not. I don't care what you do, what your son does, who's an adult. He's an adult. He can do whatever the hell he wants. But forcing things on other people is why there's what did she say? What is the word? She's watching the vitriol towards the trans community, because you won't leave us the fuck alone, and you won't shut the fuck up. Just live your life and we won't care. But when you try to force us into your life or philosophy, that's when you have problems. It's none of your business what I think or what I say. And my words do not physically harm you. So leave me alone. She says, my intent with this bill was to give them a voice, particularly in the family court system, where a non-affirming parent could have a detrimental impact on the mental health and well-being of the child. The problem is the child already has a problem with their mental health and well-being if they're being told that they weren't born in the right body. What does that even mean? Are you admitting that people have souls? Because a lot of you people who are really into the trans stuff are anti-religion completely, right? Oh, but you're admitting that people have souls or something, right? How can you be born in the wrong body without a soul? What does that even mean? You were born in the body that you have. Why not, instead of convincing kids that they can change, it'll make their life better, how about affirming the fact that you are perfect the way you are? That you don't have to do all this stuff to be a perfect. You just have it, and look, a trans kid who's saying they're trans, there's usually a whole lot of other stuff that's going on that has nothing to do with it. But why not just say, you know what? I understand you having a tough time, but I love you the way you are. And you don't have to change to be better or be something different. Even if you believe that you're a boy who believes you're a girl or a girl who believes you're a boy, that's fine. You can be that without harming your body. That's the thing. You're harming kids. It's incredible. It's insane. So she goes, affirming a child's gender identity is just one facet of many the bill proposed in order to ascertain fitness of a parent during custody battles. Well, what if neither parents are in that affirming the child's, chosen gender thing? What if neither parent is? Are you going to take them away? California? Oh, by the way, yes, they will. Because that's in another bill they had. That they will take them away from you if both parents don't affirm their gender identity. Wait a minute. And what about those parents what about the parents who kids are a gender, but they want a trans kid? So they convince the kid to be trans. That's not affirming their gender identity. That's molding a different gender identity. Excuse me. These people just drive me insane. Now, in a statement explaining his veto, Newsom said that he supports trans rights, but urges caution when the executive and legislative branches of a state government attempt to dictate in prescriptive terms that single out a single characteristic. Hey, he got one right, broken clock theory. Senator Marie Alvarado. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Legal standards for judicial branch and legal standards for the judicial branch to apply, he added. Other-minded elected officials in California and other states could very well use this strategy to diminish civil rights of vulnerable communities. No, because everyone has their civil rights. That's not. If you can tell me a right that someone has, that one person has that another person doesn't have, actually, like they always like saying, "Oh, you're doing, you're restricting women's rights." Are we? Do you have any rights that women have? What rights do women or men have that women don't? Civil rights is not a blanket statement. If it's anyway. Good morning, Reaction Puerto Rico. One Democrat, Senator Marie Alvarado Gil, joined all 8 Republicans in California's Senate to oppose the bill. All 8 Republicans in the California, all 8 Republicans in the California Senate, like as in a, it's overwhelmingly Democrat in California. That's why California is so fucked up. In the Assembly, all the opposition came from Republicans. Good. By vetoing the legislation on the issue, Newsom aligned himself with those Republicans. No, maybe he just aligned himself with what he thought was right as his role as the governor and that branch of the government in the state of California. It doesn't mean he allied himself with the Republicans. By any stretch of the imagination, have you seen some of the other shit this guy's signed? Conservatives' political, rhetorical, and legislative assaults, and they always use violent language. Because they like to say that, words are violence. Get the fuck out of here. So they love using that kind of terminology. And I'm surprised that, no one's gotten hurt. And then you can blame them on their rhetoric, like they try to do with January 6th. Anyway, conservative political, rhetorical, and legislative assaults on LGBTQ rights have been unapologetic and relentless, from banning drag shows. No one's ever... Okay. Notice how they don't clarify. like in the places with it, they're not going to have drag shows for children. So we're not going to have adult entertainers entertaining children. Okay, if you put it that way, then you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But they're saying, oh, from banning drag shows, no, I'm pretty sure you can go have a drag show in a drag club for a bunch of adults who like drag shows. You know, a lot of people like drag shows. There's a big old drag show in Las Vegas that a lot of people go to. They've never banned a drag show. They've never banned a drag show in any state. For as far as I'm concerned, drag's not illegal. It's just adult entertainment cannot be shown to children. Now that makes sense to me. Huh, interesting. To banning trans athletes. Nope, not banning trans athletes. They just say you have to compete in the physiological sex that you are a member of. It's not banning trans athletes. You're not banning them. You're just saying, hey, if you're going to compete, you got to compete with people who have the same physiology as you. To forced outing bills that require teachers to tell parents when a child uses different name or pronouns at school. Are you saying the parents don't have the right? And I guess what? All of these examples that they're citing, Gavin Newsom actually signed into law in California. Imagine that. The GOP has proposed around 500 anti-LGBTQ bills. No, don't see. And that's how they get power, by saying it's an anti-LGBTQ bill. Really? How does this bill affect lesbians if you're not allowing trans people, trans identifying males go into women's spaces? How does that affect lesbians? That's not anti-lesbian. It's not anti-gay. It's not even anti-bi, because, you know, bi people don't care. So it's not anti-LGBTQ, but it's legislating a whole new category of things that are coming up because the trans lobby has been so vocal. Has nothing, doesn't hurt. How does that hurt when they say anti-LGBTQ legislation? I'm sorry, it's not the entire group. And then it says the last few years we've seen absurd additions to state laws, such as Florida's so-called "Don't Say Gay" bill. Yeah, no, it's not a so-called, because that's not the name of the bill. And over a quarter of books banned in public school libraries include some kind of LGBTQ content. Well, for some reason, those books, not the LG and B, well, some of it. It's funny, those books are the ones who have the most pornographic images. So maybe those shouldn't be in schools. If you want to order it for your kid on Amazon or go to the public library that might have it still, go right ahead. They're not banned. We just don't think it's appropriate in the public school system that a lot of parents are saying, get that shit out of here. Yeah, right? Anyway, I said we've seen the scope and scale of these attacks increase over the last few years, starting in 2020 and 2021. Now what happened in 2020 and 2021? What happened in 2020 and 2021? Oh, was that when we shut down the schools and had all the parents have their kids at home learning from home, and the parents would look over the shoulder going, what the hell is that on your screen? Parents started to realize what they're teaching in the schools. And that's the only good thing about the pandemic, I think, is that parents finally got to see what the schools were starting to teach their kids. They're just like, wait a minute. No more of that shit. Stop that. So anyway, that's the end of the article. Whew, that Gunfox, you got me going, brother. Holy Moses. How dare I what? I'm a trans lesbian. How dare you, sir? Oh, James. Well, again, trans lesbian James. Should we have special rights for you or not? I'm just saying. I'm questioning. No, I'm not questioning. I know all about me. All right. But speaking of questioning, let's go back into the question section. Here we go. Where did I leave off here? The insanity of tonight's AAA meeting. I am ready. Damn right I'm ready. Cook an egg, already did that. Steak, already did that. Okay, here we go. Which legendary boxer? We did that one. Jethro Hetero. There we go. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Jethro Hetero. I had no idea. Jethro Hetero asks, have you been to Taylor's Made Right lately? A childhood favorite of mine as well. Many roots in Marshalltown. I had no idea. My grandparents were from Marshalltown, Iowa. And that's where my dad grew up, and all his, his brothers, his brothers and sister all grew up in Marshtown. And so when I was a kid, we go to Marshtown all the time. And Marshtown has this little restaurant called Taylor's Made Right. I've talked about it before, where they make these, basically it's hamburger. They call it a loose meat sandwich, but it's basically ground hamburger. There's no sauce. It's just like salt and pepper, pickles, mustard, onion. And I don't know why they're so good, but they are so good. Why is my phone ringing? That's my car. I'll have to call them back. They're going to tell me what's wrong with my car, and hopefully they'll get it back today. So, in fact, I should probably answer. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to do a little pause here because I got to answer this. I'll be right back. $700. Okay, that's hi. I love cars, or not. Anyway, hey, so I'm back. Hello. Oh, Patio Furniture, you've been here. All right, back to the show. Something airflow, something sensor. They're gonna order the part. It's $700 something. Fuck me. All right, let's where are we at here? I was on questions. What was I answering? If you Taylor's Made Right. So anyway, they do like these loose meat sandwiches, really good, and I love them. And in fact, I have a cup from there. I don't have Brigida's Cafe today, or I do have Brigida's Cafe. But no, last time I was in Marshalltown, it would have been last year. We drove through there. And by the way, just Taylor's Made Right, this is just for Jethro Hederer. They're celebrating their 95th year in existence this year. I did an interview. I interviewed the lady who owns it now because she and her family bought it. They're part of the Taylor family, but they bought it from the last person who owned it in the family, and are still running it in the same way it's been run since the beginning. They do everything the same way. They have in fact, they even have the original, cooking unit they have for the meat. That had to be grandfathered in by the state of Iowa to be able to use it legally, and they've repaired it and they've got it working just the same way, and they do it the same way. And you can order a dry one, or you can order a wet one. I mean, only Jethro Hederer knows what I'm talking about. But they do handmade shakes. They made homemade pie. She bakes homemade pies in her house and sells them there. Everything, and they don't have. Well, the only sacrilege it used to be when you went to Taylor's Made Right. Made Rights did not have ketchup in the building because the original guy who started the company said ketchup changes the flavor of the meat. So they didn't have ketchup for years. They don't have French fries either. They have chips and other things you can buy off the rack. But they didn't have ketchup, and there's a bunch of Maid-Rites all over the state of Iowa, but Taylor's Maid-Rites is a unique one because it was the second Maid-Rite store, and they have their own basically brand. And so I went to a Maid-Rite on my way to Missouri one time, on like off the highway, and they had like a cheese right and this right and that right. They had ketchup bottles everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Maid-Rites don't have ketchup. So never eat ketchup on a Maid-Rite. But anyway, they're very good. Good morning, Black Hebrew Israelite, by the way.
That's right.
So anyway, if you're ever in Iowa, for whatever reason, it's worth the drive to Marshalltown, Iowa, to go to Taylor's Maid-Rite. And it's the original, the same counter, same stools built into the floor. It looks like a little diner, and it's just off of 3rd Avenue. Just great food. And it's very simple, but it's very good. All right, next question after that, Avocados Dabbly. If I achieve light speed travel and necessarily become light myself, how do I slow down since any brakes I have also become light? Well, I don't know. First of all, before you achieve, but the brakes would be light. As I say, change your brake pads before you go, but that's not even going to work. I guess you're just SOL. You're SOL if that happens, AD. I don't know. Next question. Oh, you prefer the cheese right? See, that's just sacrilege. But they don't do cheese right at Taylor's Maid-Rite, Jethro. So you can't even get one there. They don't have cheese in the building. That's the greatest thing. And they do have ketchup there. And I can't remember why she said that she finally broke down, because she got tired of people asking for ketchup. But they don't put it on the counters. They put it under the counter in case someone asks. Wait, that's right. Now the Irish and Zionists are teaming up. What does that mean? Do you have a link for that? I'm not sure. So anyway, let's see. Next question. Lord Stanhope. Puffy or crunchy cheese doodles? Wait, you mean like Cheetos? What are cheese doodles? What the fuck's a cheese doodle? Now, if you're talking about the crunchy or puffy Cheetos, oh God, crunchy all day. Who wants the puffy Cheetos? Although, unless you're having dental work done, I don't know, but definitely prefer the crunchy ones. All right, let's see. Oh, good God, Somnambule Nation. Oh, I thought that said something else. Who will Diarrhea Fartstein vote for in the next presidential election? Oh, clearly a Democrat. In fact, I think wasn't one of the things in the what is it? One of these people said, now that Dianne Feinstein has already cast her vote for Joe Biden in 2024, did you miss that part? I'm not sure. Hit him hard, P-Dog, hit him hard. Yeah, definitely. They're another brand of Cheetos. Is that what they are? So cheese doodles are a different brand of, like, they're Cheeto-esque. They're not real Cheetos. They're Cheeto-esque. And they probably don't taste as good as real Cheetos because only Cheetos taste like Cheetos. When you buy, like, say you have a brand of something that you really like. Let's take ketchup, for example. And you have a brand. And Heinz ketchup is really the only ketchup. Although Del Monte has a decent ketchup, but Heinz is ketchup. I mean, regardless of John Kerry's, or not John Kerry, John F. Kerry. Regardless of John F. Kerry's relationship to Heinz ketchup is ketchup. Okay, there's other brand, but have you ever had a store brand that actually tastes like the stuff that you wanted in the brand you wanted? Like if you buy, what is it? Honey Bunches of Oats. Okay, the cereal, is that what it is? Honey Bunches of Oats, is that what it's called? And then you go and get a bag of the store brand, supposedly just like Honey Bunches of Oats, and you eat them. They're not the same. They're never the same, unless it's pasta. Like pasta's but pasta just is pasta. Anyone can put a pasta out there. Generic pasta is just as good as any other pasta, as far as I'm concerned, but except for freshly made pasta, and that's a whole different thing. But none of it tastes the same. And so when you say cheese doodles, I'm thinking, no, Cheetos, only Cheetos. Got it? Okay. Buxy's makes a mean jalapeno cheese puff. Okay, then that's a different thing though. And if it's a different thing that has a different flavor, I'm okay with that, but not Cheetos. Cheetos are Cheetos. Hello, Dumb Beard. What's up? There's literally only one Cheez-It. Yeah, same with Cheez-Its. Cub Foods here in Minnesota, they have a knockoff Cheez-Its. They're nasty. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them. Mayo's the grossest condiment. Well, mayo is only for specific things. Okay? You have to be very specific in how you use mayo. All right, then let's see. You got, let's see. Oh, but yeah, Dianne Feinstein voted for Biden already. Yes. Till noon. Just 15 more minutes.
Okay, we got a sandwich for you.
Oh, well, thank you. Lady Boomer got me a sandwich. I'm feeling pretty, I'm feeling loved right now. All right. Avocados Diabli has a question here. Hiram Rhodes reveals first black guy in the Senate. Oh, Hiram Rhodes revels. Oh, you're answering my question. Carol Mosley Brown, first black woman. Yes, there you go. You got very good. And I know it's not a question, but this way you will read and acknowledge my smartness. Well, you might be the smartest guy in the chat, for all I know. I don't know that, but you seem very, very, very educated and well-rounded and all that other stuff. And I don't mean like what you. Well, anyway, mayo is good with hot dogs. Ew! No. Look, mayo is a condiment, not as like stuff to make other things with. Like if you're making coleslaw dressing, it has to be mayo. Cannot be Miracle Whip. No, you can use Miracle Whip on certain things, but not in coleslaw dressing. But mayo is a condiment. The only time that I like mayo as a condiment, okay, is if I'm having a burger with lettuce and tomato, okay? And it has just a little mayo with the ketchup and maybe mustard, but not even mustard. Sometimes you like the mayo and ketchup as a condiment. Sometimes you like just the ketchup and mustard as a condiment, not all three. And then also as on sandwiches. If you're making a sandwich with lettuce, mayo's where it's at. I mean, you can't not have mayo and tomatoes, whatever. But some people don't like tomatoes either. Mexicans use mayo as a butter substitute. Ew, no. Oh, but you know what? Actually, mayo is a good butter substitute if you're making grilled cheese. It actually it really works really well because there's a lot of fat in mayo. It also gives a little tang to the grilled cheese. And that's actually pretty good. But that's not using it as a condiment. That's using it as a cooking ingredient. Let's see. Well, let's do this one first. Thank you, James Colley. Dropping a $5 down in the YouTube super chats. Says Cheetos are flammable and are great for paperclip bows in Super Donkey Kong. What's a paperclip bow? I haven't played Donkey Kong in so long, or any form of Donkey Kong. I used to love playing Donkey Kong at the arcade when I was a wee lad. Well, I was probably in high school, but yeah, I used to like Donkey Kong. Anyway, thank you, James Colley, for sponsoring the show. You are a great American. All right. Someone said, and Lord Stanhope. By the way, it's Q&A day. You can drop a question in the Q&A box. I don't even know how it works. I should probably see how it looks on my show here. Where is... I've never even tried. I'm going to go open a window of my show and see what the Q&A box here looks like. But the question Lord Stanhope has is the last question on the list here right now. So if you have any other questions, just throw them out there. Lord Stanhope says, is it ketchup, Ketchup, or is it catsup, Catsup? Well, I know that Heinz spells it ketchup, Ketchup, and so that's probably the proper one. If you want proper ketchup, it's Heinz, and that's ketchup that way. But I know a lot of the stores, or a lot of brands, call it catsup, and I don't think there's a distinction between the two, other than if it's catsup, it's not Heinz, so it's not really ketchup. Easy enough. All right, let me look at this. I want to see. I might even ask myself a question here. Let me make sure I have the volume off. I do. Okay, pop up. Oh no, see, it's my channel, so I can't even ask myself a question. Okay, well, never mind. Anyway, I don't know what it looks like with the whoa, what the hell happened there? Everything like refreshed all at once. I was just closing a window. Anyway, so in the links today, I don't think I have any other stories. Oh, National Coffee Day. We did that one. Did I do it twice? Okay, that's in the links. And there are really random things in the National Coffee Day. Like this one. Join the amazing Paris of Prairie and Nance, blah, blah, and myself for fun night of karaoke. What does that have to do with National Coffee Day? Oh, and some of X's hottest talents and some on National Coffee Day. Okay, whatever. What's this other one? And again, the woman with the hoots hanging. Well, they're not necessarily hanging out, but it's a very sheer outfit, and I'm not putting it on the screen. And then this one, what was this? Oh, did I talk? Oh, James Biden is trending. And I'm not, let's see, why was James Biden trending? Okay, there's a story here on Technofog. Why is that a change to go there? There we go. Technofog says, were they protecting Joe Biden from, and why reference Hunter's money? This thing might be the answer. So here it is. Down here's a WhatsApp message from Hunter Biden to his uncle Jim saying, you've been drawn into something for the purpose of protecting dad. So this is a tweet by Miranda Devine, which Technofog is responding to. So here, I'll pull up that tweet by itself so I can put that in the links today. Sarah, how you doing? Lady Boomer says hi, by the way. Anytime I see you, I'm supposed to say hi for you from Lady Boomer. So this text message, let's see the picture first. This is a text message or a WhatsApp message from Hunter Biden to Jim, Joe Biden's brother. Send me a text saying what you told me over the phone, please. If you no longer wish to be involved in this venture, regardless of how tangentially, I need it in writing. Because you have pointed out over and over again, you cannot be my uncle or my protector and counsel if you don't have all the information. Well, this time I don't have any information at all, and these guys may or may not be something different than I thought. I promise I did everything I could to make certain that they adhered to our standards, but Jesus, this is insanely complicated. Anyway, we can talk later, but you've been drawn into something purely for the purpose of protecting dad, and I know any of the BS money is mine ultimately. Interesting text to his uncle, right? So Technofog sees this and says, what were they protecting Joe Biden from, and why the reference to Hunter's money? This may be the answer. On the same date that text was sent, James Biden was seeking Hunter Biden's $1 million bogus legal retainer from a corrupt Chinese energy company. Perfect. So is that why he's trending? Is that a lot of people talk about? Oh, yes. And then here, farcical. Over 700 new pieces of evidence from IRS whistleblowers Gary Shapley and Joseph Ziegler were dropped by the House Ways and Means Committee on the eve of this hearing. Example below: Oversight Chairman Comer issued subpoena for Hunter and James Biden. Business records that day. The first hearing was to set the stage with experts explaining why Biden's involvement in his son's and brother's influence peddling scheme was wrong. It shouldn't really need to be spelled out. And that's the Chia Pet head guy. What the fuck's his name? What's Chia Pet guy here from Pennsylvania? Anyway, the media's willingness to dismiss the growing mountain of circumstantial evidence of Biden's corrupt dealings is unreal. After they went into a frenzy over a rumor regarding the Russia hoax, they refused to accept anything less than gold bars in Biden's pocket as proof he did something wrong. So this is in response to this. So, clearly James Biden was involved in all that shit. Good morning, Aaron Meredith. Good morning, John Arnott. Welcome to the show. Raskin, yeah, Jamie Raskin. He's, I mean, look, I don't mean any harm to him. He has cancer and all that stuff, but he's a shitbag. I guess that's it. All right, I'm gonna last chance for questions because I'm ending the show in about 8 minutes. Here's a question from Steve Dave, aka you tell him Steve Dave. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Well, we've already had a question similar to that from Kay, who said, oh shoot, where is it? Where's Kay's question? Oh no, it's gone. It scrolled too far. It was something like to the effect of, how much low would Rob Lowe buy it if Rob Lowe could rob Lowe? That's similar, right? That's similar. Okay. Roasted Opinions, how you doing? Welcome. There's a whole bunch of people here. By the way, we got like, what do we got here? We got 41 people in the house. I love it. Welcome, everybody. And 38 likes. That's a pretty good ratio, I'll tell you that. I don't have anything else, so if there's not any more questions, I mean, you could come up with something. Pray for Jamie's tumor. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. There's got to be what do I have for that?
I see dead people.
Oh, no, that was Dianne Feinstein. I'm sorry. Is it too soon? Too soon? Too soon? I don't know. Anyway.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Okay, well, I got you. All right. Anyway, anyone else got anything else they want to talk about? I don't know. Why did the viewers drop down? It went from 41 to 33. Don't leave yet. The show's not over. Select a boy. Thank you, Select a boy, for dropping a question in. I've got 8 more. I've got time to kill. I got to finish these questions. Select a boy.
Yeah, boy.
Asks, if you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? I would most likely just find a way to spend time with my wife and kids and their significant others. And if I could just magically go like that and poof, they're all with me. It would be something simple. I would even just walking in a park. What is on my screen here? What is that? Is that? Did someone take over my stream? Why is that on the screen? Oh, that's from earlier. I'm like, my monitor was like 40 minutes behind. I'm like, that's not on my screen right now. I would, yeah, if I could snap my fingers, I had 24 hours left, I would bring all my family with me and we'd probably just go walk through a park or something and talk and enjoy life. If I knew I had specifically 24 hours, because that's really the most important thing I could probably do in my life. And the thing I'm most proud of is just having people who love me and that I love. And if I could bring as much family around me as possible, and we just go hang out in, hang out in a state park and laugh and talk and reminisce. That would be it if I knew that. So there you go. Moving, another question, Avocados Daily asks, what time is the AAA on tonight on Christmas Island? I don't know what Christmas Island is, but it's on the show on the Silent Sin channel. The link will be in the description today and then my subsequent tweets and stuff. It is at 5:30 Eastern time, 4:30 Central, and you can extrapolate from there. If you are in other time zones. I only know those two. I mean, I know Mountain and Pacific, I guess, but whatever. Yes, in roughly 4.5 hours. So, and then let's see. Neil Masaki asked, did you see the TEDx talk on getting books on sex, murder, and homophobia in the school libraries for 6 to 10-year-olds? If yes, what's your opinion? That's fucking stupid, is my opinion. And I did not see the TEDx talk. Is that the one Scribe was doing? Is that this one? TED that's banned in schools? I haven't seen this one. But I have Scribes. If that's the one that someone sent me, it's called TEDx, TED Excellence, a TEDx that's banned in schools. The TEDx itself, The entire TEDx is banned in schools. I don't know if that's about books or not, but I'll have that in the links today. And JMK, are you still here? If you're still here, just put a 1 in the chat or something in the chat. I never did find the link you were trying to send me. I'm scrolling up and it only scrolls so far, and I don't see your name here. But if you have a link, send it to me. I'll drop it in the links today. All right, fine. Let's make this the last question because I do got to go. How long do you think you would survive in a zombie apocalypse? It depends on how quickly it all happened, although I think that I would do pretty good. I'm fairly good with certain skills of, I see, because I would see, here's the thing. If it's a zombie apocalypse, I would go somewhere fairly remote and just live. Because I know that if I had to, I could live off the land a bit and make shelter or whatever. And also I would stock up on weapons, and if that would be something. And I'm not a weapons guy, but I would stock up on weapons. I can survive for pretty good on my own in the wilderness if I need to, because I know what you can and can't eat. I know that I wouldn't do the stupid shit that some people do, and and as people are becoming zombies, their houses probably have some food in them, so I'd be able to scavenge. I could organize people. I'd do okay. I'd last as long as some of the people on the Walking Dead. So there you go. All right, and welcome W.R. Costin. I just came to accuse P-Dog of having over 2,000 subs. Well, thank you, and I do. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, wow, this was fun. I'm going to do this more often now that I know how this Q&A thing works. Thank you for joining me today on the Morning Night Live. I got to thank everyone who asked questions today. I got to thank all the sponsors today. James Colley, Blue Waffle, Gunfox 61. I missed one there. Somnambul Nation, or Terideos, I'm sorry. And JB, and well, shoot, if I just expand this, then I can see who was there. How's that? How about that? There we go. Thanks for all the sponsors today. That was awesome. C. Thomas, that was from a couple days ago, but I never thanked him. So, and Oren Doomhammer, that was great. So thank you for that. Do me a favor though, before you go, share the stream. That's the biggest thing that you can do to help me out on this show. Share the stream. Let's get up to another 2,000 soon. I'll be posting clips soon. Now that I figure out a way to do them a little more efficiently. So you'll see that on the channel, mostly 30 to 1 minute clips in short versions, maybe some longer ones in longer versions, not too many of those, but that's it. I got to go. Y'all are great, and I look forward to many, 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 many more episodes. So thanks. I got to go. My name is, oh, wait, what the hell did I do there? That was dumb. There we go. My name's Dawg Knight. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.